Well, we are here. It has been 2 months since we had some AEC competitive action, but we're here for qualifiers. Tier 2 is going to get underway in approximately 5 minutes' time. We have got 14 teams battling it out for 9 spots, and they'll be joining SLRT, who won the championship in Tier 2. They won the championship in Tier 1, and they have granted immunity straight into the series that will be starting next week. But yes, we're around Spain for the qualifiers, and cool blimey, I am bloody excited. Let me tell you, 14 corners. It is a track that has a few changes since last season. They changed it because basically it was a boring track, if I'm being honest with you. But they've changed it. Hopefully we have some exciting qualifiers, and yeah, it's something I've been looking forward to. We've got Tier 2 today, Tier 1 on Thursday. Let's get into predictions. Okie dokie. So, we have now got predictions. It should be on your screen in roughly a minute or so. There you go. I'm also joined today by Mr. Joseph. Joseph, hello and welcome into Tier 2. This might be your Tier 2 debut.
I've raced, but commentary-wise, yes, a debut for myself. It is a pleasure to be here. My predictions have no scientific credibility. I'll just drop that in there before we get too in depth. But of course, all of the admins and we've had our picks, and this is what they look like.
Yeah, so everyone, apart from Killian, is Killian? Or it might but not be. Yeah, Killian is the only person not to go with everyone else on 6 teams. So everyone's gone for the same 5 teams, and those 5 teams are BRT, ART, CRE, who is a remerge / new team of GSR, FGE, and ETE. Everyone else has gone IFE. Killian has decided he doesn't think IFE, and he's gone for 4 different teams. It is going to be very interesting. We have kind of seeded it in a way of lobby 1 down to lobby 3. There's no exact seeding, there's no like seed 1 and all that, but you kind of get the gist of what we've done to make it exciting for all you viewers. SLR Marsh is in the chat. Honestly, I've said it a few times, SLR will be so happy they don't have to do qualifiers.
Yeah, absolutely. It's probably the most stressful time for a team because, well, the whole process of signing up, and we've seen how many people in the Discord server have gone, I have actually no idea what this is. But they sign up, they turn up, and yeah, they don't have to go through that process, and they deserve not to go through that process. So, like we mentioned, 9 teams looking to join SLRT. Who will be there? We don't know yet. There are about an hour and a half worth of qualifiers to come up here. CRE is apparently GSR, which you've told me, and what everybody else is trying to communicate as well. So, yeah, we'll keep an eye on some of obviously the rebrands, some of the debutants as well. There are a few of those, but just how they get on, that will be a surprise to us.
So we're a couple of minutes away from Lobby 1, and we'll flick over the screen now, and we'll give you a quick rundown of who is in Lobby 1. I'm not going to lie to you, lads. I'm not overly sure, but we're going to go through it anyway. So it should be on your screens now. So this is Lobby 1. Right, so where do we start with Lobby 1? Let's start with SRT. Now, information on SRT, it is limited, lads. It is limited. Joseph, have we got any?
Well, I've tried, and please forgive me, guys. I have tried. Swift Racing Team, ladies and gentlemen. As far as I'm aware, they were established just last month, but they've already made a bit of a start to life in assists racing. And I believe AERS and XTC. Whether that's correct or not, I could be community noted on Twitter. But that's all I've got. But clearly they have some starting experience, so I wouldn't be too harsh on them.
Right, so then we've got FRL. I believe they were in most people's predictions, and we did get a message off FRL today. It wasn't like it. They kind of questioned a few rules, and we had a good interaction with them, and they are very confident they'll qualify, like very confident indeed. So definitely a team to keep an eye on here. They are in Lobby 1. Now, this is Joseph's note, so I'm just not going to take any credit for them. But they established in June 25th, successful in GRS qualifiers, but missed out in BBS. And that is about it. That is about it. Have we got any more, Joseph, or is that the information on FRL?
I think that's it. Like I said, I've not been able to go too in depth, but can I move on to Power Racing Team, PRT?
Absolutely.
I have nothing other than they were made like last week, so I'm afraid information is quite limited once again. But HPR, they are
And
obviously
we've got five lines of HPR.
Yeah, 5 lines of HPR. As far as I'm aware, they're a league. Brought back into that into action on F1 22, and then earlier this year as an esports team as well. I believe Tomo Frog, who I've actually raced before, the only driver, ladies and gentlemen, that I actually know, Tomo Frog. He's been in the team since the start. He's took race wins for them as well. I think most notably in the XTC finale on F1 22, where they actually took the title as well. So hopefully for them, that's a good omen. And like I said, a lot more assist experience than some of the other teams. And again, hopefully that bodes well.
So we are minutes away now, not even minutes. I think we are ready to go. We have got 8 drivers in the lobby. We've got almost as many spectators as racers. We have got... How many spectators have we got here? We've got about 8 people spectating this lobby, which is insane. I believe it's just managers and a couple of admins, but... I am going to flick over the screen very shortly. I think we've got one more screen, Fields. Or maybe we don't. No, we don't. So let's go into normal. Oh, we've got a calendar. We can go through the calendar while we wait for a minute. This will be what everyone is playing for. The calendar it should be on your screen now. So there you go. The season will start next week. Unfortunately, I'm not here for that. And I'm not here for the week after that either. So for 2 weeks, you'll have someone else. It probably won't be Joseph, because he hates assists.
Yeah. It's about
But he's here.
right.
I dragged him in. I did drag him in. So Qatar start, Abu Dhabi finish. There is a break week between 9 and 10 and 4 and 5, Britain and Hungary and Portugal and Belgium. But the lobby has now readied up and we are now ready to get underway with Lobby 1 qualifiers. How excited are you, Joseph?
Well, I told you 8 out of 10 before we started, and I'm going to actually downgrade that slightly to 7 out of 10, considering what I've just read out about some of the Lobby 1 teams. They've got to win me over here, they really do.
So let's see how this goes. Now, top of my head, I'm not 100% sure what times we're looking for here. Tier 2 Monaco is going to be a great watch. I mean, notoriously, Monaco races are horrifically, boring in a way because the overtakes are slim. But it is Tier 2. Anything can happen with Tier 2. It really could. So we've got drivers here for the teams. Do you know any of these drivers, Joseph? Have we got any information on them at all? We've got any?
It's just, like I said, it's just Tomo Frog that I know, and I know him because I was 10 seconds behind him in Qatar a couple of weeks ago, and I caught him up. So, sorry, Tomo, I know that's a bit nasty for me to say, but it might be the best here. I don't know. Minty Hazard, I'm sure you're a great guy. Dian Grobler, I'm sure you're brilliant too, but maybe MV Wu is a Max Verstappen fan. He's actually first out here.
So we've got drivers here. We have got a driver out. Let's just flick over to him, and it is Mr. Wu. We are just going to call him Mr. Wu. That is going to be his name for this evening. So Mr. Wu, what times is he going to set? And FRL, honestly, I think these are the teams to watch here. I really do. Logic and Wu. I have got a sneaky feeling these two are going to qualify. They were very confident in team leader chat today.
Oh.
And they feel like they're going to qualify. There's no questions about it really. It's about you see, the way you qualify is basically whoever qualifies first will have the first car choice next season. So it's not just about qualifying high up, it's trying to qualify the best you can because you don't really want to be sat with a safety car.
Wow. I think the amount of safety cars they're likely to see this season, it might not actually be a bad car choice. But anyway, Wu is on his first lap of the session, and well, he is going to set the benchmark for all of the other teams watching on tonight, and that is a pretty special thing in my opinion. Everybody's after your time. It could be a 1:20 for all we know, but it's still a time they've got to aim for. Around turn 3, completely flat out. One thing the drivers do have to be wary of all evening, marbles. Them horrible, horrible, pesky little black things off the racing line. Yeah, they're a problem.
So he has got a bit of, not a bit of traffic. Mercedes on the left, he goes past that with ease. A couple of Red Bulls now starting laps as well. Mr. Tomo Frog and Blitz is also now starting laps. But Mr. Wu now halfway through his lap, on his way to the end of a Sector 2, into the tricky part of Sector 3, which has been reformed into a bit of, what's the idea? They wanted more racing, they wanted a bit more overtakes, and that's what they got this season. They got 100 overtakes on track, which is a lot more than they ever have done around Spain. And here he comes then, Mr. Wu, one corner to go, and this is going to be the first lap in AEC qualifiers. Mr. Wu, DRS wide open for him, comes to the line, and here we go then, it's an 11.7 for Mr. Wu.
Not too bad at all, to be honest with you. Solly, he's on an out lap, but then next up will be Tomo Frog, again entering the final sector now. Second sector split 50.8, rounding the fairly new as well. Turn 10 and 11, that was sort of returned to its pre 2000, well, I can't remember what year it was, 2004 layout, something like that. On that corner, of course, safer for motorbikes. And speaking of safer for motorbikes, the removal of the chicane, Tomo Frog with a 12.0. Blitz, by the way, did an 11.2. So again, the time's tumbling quite quickly here. Deanne Grobler crossing the line in 12.5, the slowest so far.
Well, Philip L. Taylor's about to come around the final corner here. Mr. Triple B Power. And DRS is going to be open for him. He's got 11.3 to beat. Is he going to get anywhere near it? 11.4 goes into P2. His teammate, though, is on a lap as well. So we'll see where they can put themselves. And this is, let me double check, it is SRT, Mr. Solly and Triple Power. So Solly, can he get anywhere near his teammate's time of an 11.4? Blitz is putting a blitz in time there. His teammate's done a 1:12, but Solly, round the final corner he goes, looking like a pretty decent lap. DRS open, Solly to the line, and he's going to join his teammate, 11.5, and that is a very good average so far.
Yeah, that is a good start for Swift Racing Team. And I'll tell you what, Triple B Power will be in the Xbox party, oh, sorry, the PlayStation party as they are. Oh, God. That makes it, well, that's probably why I've not heard of them, with all due respect. PlayStation assists is, you've got to really filter through the low PSGL tiers, don't you, to actually get some information on these lot. But yeah, they'll both be happy in the party, both with respectable lap times within a tenth of each other, and it is all about the averages. We'll come on to some averages later on when we have them, but for now, within a tenth, like I said, TTM Logic, the only driver not to have set a lap time so far. I mean, these guys will be rushing out for every bit of track time they can get on the softer option of tyres, because of course they don't have to do the race after like you would in a conventional qualifying.
Yeah, 4 laps, 4 soft tyres, I believe, if you choose the softer option, and they'll try and get all 4 in if they can. We've already got now, Mr. Wu is back out on his second run. Still got 12 minutes to go. Logic is about to be starting his first run, so it looks like he's only going to get 3 runs in possible. So Logic might have, I don't know if he just, I don't know if his tee was ready or something. He didn't get out first time. But Mr. Logic, the only driver on a hot lap. Logic and Wu, the only drivers out. So FRL, the only 2 drivers out for the team. Red Bull is on his way out now. But Mr. Logic into Sector 1 he goes. In Sector 1 it's all about putting the right hand side. He's going to drift over to the left hand side, and after Sector 1, is it going to be a purple Sector 1? It's a 21.5, so we'll just compare that to Blitz, and he set a 21.4, so yes, that glitch is still there where you reckon it's a purple sector, but it's not a purple sector. He's a 10th down on Blitz's Sector 1 time.
Yeah, he is indeed, but it's not too far off at the moment. 28.7 was Blitz's Sector 2, so Logic will be looking to get somewhere near that. I'm actually just sat on the timing screen at the moment to get a bit of a flavour of what his second sector will be. It's a 29.0, so he's lost even more time there, so it might be a little way off when it comes to the final sector. Hopefully for his case, not too far off. His teammate Wu up into P4 at the moment. He's still circulating. He's coming to the end of the first sector now, but Logic, more importantly, hits the timing beam now and goes within about half a tenth of his teammate. So again, fairly consistent, but compare that to SRT, it's not enough at this stage.
Yeah, so whoever wins this lobby, they will have, as long as one team doesn't, I think they'll have one team that doesn't beat them or something like that, and they will automatically be qualified. So if you win lobby 1 here, you put yourself in a really good position to qualify. There'll be 10 teams behind you or 9 teams behind you with 8 spots open. So winning lobby 1, even though, you know, we've not seeded it, but you kind of get the gist of what we've done. 4 debut teams here. So essentially, we've put the debut teams in the first 2 lobbies. We've got 3 debut teams in lobby 2 as well, and we have still got drivers on laps. Mr. Blitz comes up to sector 1 here, Joseph. He is down on his time.
Yeah, Wu back into the pit lane then with an invalidation. Oh, Blitz, that's really far offline. Just get onto those marbles on the outside of turn 4, and then it's pretty much wraps. It's then the grass, then the gravel, so all sorts of dirt on those tyres. He won't be able to carry on. The man currently leading this session, his Xbox-based teammate though, Tomo Frog, on an outlap at the moment. And we've got Dion Grobler out there, as well as the green flags wave to signal that the track is now clear again. A lot of that inside sausage curb at turn 8. Little risk to take, of course, anymore, and you start bottoming out on there, I should say. Sector 2, how's it looking? Wow, that's a big improvement, over 8/10 so far. That's to be expected on a lap time of 1:12.5. 1.3 seconds off Blitz at the moment. Another half a second, and he could be well within a shout here. Through the flat out, turn 13 on the pre-2007 layout, and now rounding the almost flat, turn 14. What's it going to be? It's P4.
Qualifying so far is very strung out. The only team that is matching each other is FRL, but they're currently P5 and P6. So far, it is the Mercedes of SRT, Swift Racing Team, Solly and Power, who Power is now out on his second run, and you've got Solly, looks like he is waiting. Something with Mr. Power. He is out on his lap here. Bruce Grobler is going to be coming into the pits after his lap. You've got Mr. Frog as well starting a lap. But we're going to go on board with Mr. Frog when he comes up to the end of sector 1. He's a 10th down on his time, and he's currently with a 1:12 as well. So Mr. Tomo Frog really needs to pull out the fire here. He is currently struggling down with his teammate down there at P1. He's at the bottom end of the grid, top and tailing Mr. Blitz and Tomo, and he really needs to pull something here. Into sector 2 he goes now. Is he going to be joining his teammate? I'm not sure, Joseph.
Yeah, I'm not too sure either at the moment. Tomo Frog on he goes, and quarter of a second up. I tell you what, it's not terrible. It will get him off the bottom as it stands at least. Minty Hazza has just started his next run. Dion Grobler back into the pits, of course. So Tomo Frog, a big last couple of corners to go here, and he has a little bit of a slide on the exit of 13. That leaves him a bit out of shape going into 14, perhaps compromised, but he finds another couple of tenths in the final sector, going 4th quickest, 4 thousandths at the moment quicker than Dion Grobler. So what the Red Bull and Mercedes teams do know, represented by High Performance Racing and Swift Racing Team, is that they are at the moment clear of FRL and PRT.
So, Mr. Solly is starting a lap here. He's now after sector 1. What's his time going to be? Is he up or down his time? He's up in his time ever so slightly. Won't move him anywhere. But the Mercedes so far are Power and Solly. The Red Bulls, Tomo Frog and Blitz, they are leading the way here. The McLarens need something. Mr. Wu and Logic, they need to pull something out of the fire. Like I said before, they were very confident they would be qualifying here. And currently down there in P6 and P7 need to pull something out of the fire. Mr. Wu is on a lap as well, and Mr. Logic is going to be starting a lap very soon. So back on board with Power, he's going to be like Solly after sector 2. Is he up or down in his time? And he's a 10th and a half down in his time. So he will probably sling it into the pits, and that'll be the end of his lap.
Yeah, probably ruining mistakes he made in that Mercedes car, covered in gravel, looking absolutely filthy out there at the moment. Is he going to stick with it? No, he's pulling into the pit lane. No point trying to waste time, risk, putting it into a wall or something stupid like that. Damage all of your momentum in the session. Triple B Power, he's really pushing at the moment, but he's got a real lack of ERS
Two
too.
secs, Joseph, because I think Wu might go pole position here. He's putting a stellar lap here, comes to it, goes P2, very close. He was 3/10 up after sector 2. Sorry to interrupt you, but he has gone into P2 there.
Not a problem at all. I mean, Triple B Power was catching my eye because, yeah, he's pitting now due to low battery and low fuel, but he was still finding pace, so don't rule him out at the end of the session either. TTM Logic, 3/10 up as well. All of these drivers now starting to find some momentum, and that is, of course, proving very, very crucial. You need to be chipping away at the time lap after lap, as you might do in just an ordinary practice session. Here comes TTM Logic, and he goes 4th quickest. The time's really starting to close up now, less of a gap than we had before.
Well, that puts them, as I said before, they were struggling, but FRL have now gone into the lead of Lobby 1 with their times like that. So very good time for Mr. Wu and Logic. They have saved it really on their second runs. If they can improve further on their third runs, then you might see them with an even better average. So drivers on laps here. Mr. Bruce Grobler is up on his time just about, but he's currently sat in P7. He needs to find maybe like a 0.4 if he's to challenge to qualify here. You've got Hazard in the pits. He's just going to come in. So Mr. Bruce Grobler now, the only driver on a hot lap. We've got Blitz on an in lap. Mr. Bruce, can he pull anything out the bag here? In halfway through his lap now, sector 2. It's a tricky one. DRS wide open for him. And after sector 2, is he up or down on his time? He comes to it now, and he is up in his time by 2.5 tenths, Joseph.
Yeah, it's another great lap so far. Seeing a lot of time found in that middle sector, as you might expect. 2 more corners to go. Once again, a right, completely flat out, 170 miles an hour on the exit, in the entrance, dropping to about 160 mid-corner, accelerating all the way to the line, and it's a lap time good enough for second, within 0.04 of Blitz. That is a statement lap from Dejan Grobler, but his teammate has to get near it.
So, yes, Brett, I can see it live updating, just I forgot to reply to you. So, yeah, no one else is on a hot lap here. We've got 4 minutes to go to the session. There'll be one more run for everyone. So far, I believe FRL are leading the way. However, they have not got a driver in first or second. This is going to be ultra close, these qualifying times here. There's probably less than 2 tenths between all 4 teams. So we didn't really know much about Lobby 1, but let me tell you, it is producing a very close qualifying.
You never know, it might be the best we see all evening. Might take a miracle, but to be fair to them, this hasn't been half bad at all. I think we've only seen the one real mistake, and that's from Blitz at turn 4. So, you know, they're doing pretty well. You know, the nerves can kick in. You're the first lobby. People watching you, seeing how you're doing as the people to potentially beat. But like I said, they've coped with it nicely. Minty has it out there. This will be his final run of the session. He's gone out there slightly earlier. 3 minutes left to go on the clock. Will this be worth it, actually going out slightly earlier? The track evolution isn't going to be too much. It'll be worth hardly anything, so you might as well just get that clear bit of track. But there's cars exiting the pits now. It could be a tricky little lap.
So yeah, Hazard, he's going to start his final run here. Runs wide, takes a few braking boards with him. Hopefully he's not invalidated this, and next I doubt he has. DRS is open. Down the straight he goes. So Hazard, his teammate, currently sat in P2. If he can match his teammate here, they will be looking very, very strong indeed. So Hazard, into turn 1 he goes. He's going to filter around the turn 2, goes a little bit wide, and he's gone! He's gone! He's gone! And his team hopes might be gone with it. And that could be it there for Hazard and Grobler, if he can get round the pits and go again. But PRT, Power Racing Team, oh no, oh no.
I shouldn't laugh, but that poor Red Bull, and I believe it was Blitz, the man quickest at the moment, he was on the long lap penalty for MotoGP, and then all of a sudden, there's a McLaren perpendicular to him in front of him. So Minty Hazard, can he charge the battery? Can he go again? Has he got the fuel to go again? I do hope he does, for the sake of being able to remain competitive for his team, which is, of course, I have to have a look, you see, Power Racing Team. But next up, will be Tomo Frog. So we've seen the 8th place driver have a spin. Will the 7th place driver do anything similar? A driver that's also in a very high pressure situation.
Well, I'm watching Swift Racing team here. They are slowing down. They want to be the last team to cross the line here. Look at Power here. He's probably going to let the Aston Martin go. They want to be one of the last teams to go, know what they need to do. And is he going to let him pass? I don't know. But here we go then. Kieran is last session. And yes, Kieran, we love Tom. We also love Joseph. But let's go. Hazard has started his final lap. Mr. Frog has also started his final lap. This is AEC Tier 2 qualifiers. It's lobby 1. It's the final runs here. And we're going to have some ultra close qualifying. Who is going to be leading after lobby 1? It could be absolutely either 4 teams here. Hazard after sector 1. Is he up or down this time? I don't know if he will be because his tyres might be shot. He is. He's a 10th and a half up in his time.
Go on then, Tomo Frog. Give it to us. Let's see what he's got. Turn 9.
Can't part there, sir.
Who's had a spin? It can't be Hazard again. Oh, come on, Hazard. Oh, that's 2 spins. That's him over. That's him done. Tomo Frog has lost time now. 0.02 of a second up. Needs a big final 3 corners, but there's not a lot to gain here compared to the rest of the lap because they're very simple corners. As we know, flats for the penultimate, slight lift, 160 miles an hour, could have maybe carried slightly more speed in comparison to others, and it won't be enough. P7.
So here we go then. This is it. The session is now over. We've got Triple B Power and Solly very close together here. I don't think it's going to impact him with a toe, but they are very close together. And this is the end of the session. Mr. Blitz is going to be the first driver to cross the line on his final lap. Hazard, that is going to be the end of him and probably the end of Power Racing Team. So Blitz then round the final corner. He couldn't lead in the championship by leading the way. And Mr. Blitz comes to the line, doesn't improve. No, Mr. Bruce Robley, he comes into pits, end of his session. Mr. Woo, can Mr. Woo improve? And woo, no he cannot. Mr. Logic invalidates his time. We can't part there, says Solly and Triple B Power. Triple B Power goes into P3. They might have the quickest time FRL.
Yeah,
or is it going to be the Red Bulls?
I'm not sure. This is where we need the spreadsheet. I think it will both average out about the low to mid 0.3s in the 11s. That's going to be very close between the two. I'm sure you've got the spreadsheet up, and I believe we're inviting Brett shortly for the Ted Kravitz update.
Oh yeah, Brett's coming in. I heard that.
Yes.
I did hear that. If you invite him in, get him in.
I will get him in.
Brett can give us a quick rundown of what happened. As soon as Brett tells me it's updated, I will screenshot it and send it over, lads. So yeah, that is the end of Lobby 1. If anyone wants to get the calculator out and work it out quicker than Brett, feel free. But we believe it's very close between FRL and HPR. That's what we can see. But it's also very close between the Aston Martins as well. So who knows? It's going to be close. Mr. Blitz, 11.2. Bruce Grobler, 11.2. And Triple B Power, also 11.2. The only driver who really, I'm not going to say let the team down, but Menti has a 11.7 at the back of the grid, might be hampering Grobler's time of 11.2. So yeah, that is Lobby 1 done. As Brett said it is done, as Brett said it is. Hello, Brett. Hello. Brett's in the lobby. After Brett Normans.
Mr. Ipswich is not responding.
Oh, no,
he's
good
here.
evening.
Hello,
Good
Mr.
evening.
Brett.
He's not malfunctioned, he's alive.
Is the spreadsheet updated, sir? Oh,
So, scores on the doors at the moment. In first place, we've got SRT with a combined average of a 71.3285. In P2, we have got FRL with a 71.414. In third, it's HPR with a 71.4315. So it's quite close between FRL and the HPR. And then, unfortunately, last place and taking a wooden spoon for first lobby, we've got PRT with a 71.5205.
I have got it updated. There you go. It should be on your screens now, lads. Fix the canvas, stretch the fit. There you go. Look at that. Stretched beautifully. Brett Norman's BN, that's Brett Norman's on the spreadsheet. So yeah, SRT. Cool, blimey. Cool, blimey. Right, so we're now in the next lobby. Let's get on to lobby 2. So far, SRT, as long as one team doesn't beat their time, they are automatically qualified. And the top 4 after this lobby, the top 4 overall will be automatically in as well. So yeah, this is going to be close. Right, lobby 2. Have we got any information, Joseph?
Lobby 2 information. A little bit. LMFJ, no idea. I'll be straight up with that one. But they did get a P5 in qualifying for WES Tier 2. Yep, I really dig deep for that singular stat, but they've got qualifying experience. Any stat is a good stat. Invictus Racing Team, I think we all know a little bit more about them. They were sort of the AEM replacement, unofficially, coming in on January the 18th.
I think you're right.
This
It
year.
was kind of leftovers, to be honest. It was kind of the leftovers.
It was like turkey sandwiches on Boxing Day, but just 3 weeks after Boxing Day.
So yeah, is there going to be a live average board? No, Jobbo. But after each lobby, I will post you the new spreadsheet. If that makes sense. Hello, I've been Tom. Hello, AEC F1. Hello. Hide this screen.
What?
I don't know.
Is this confidential?
Hide this screen. Hang on. Hide. Ah.
Yeah, you've got
I
some
see.
tools, haven't you? Lobby 2. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So
Sorry, I was
JT's
meant
like
to
the
tell you
man
about
behind the work. Right. So I believe this lobby can ready up soon. Yeah.
We've got.
Oh, it's great, Grumpy. It's great.
Got 8 in. Shouldn't we have 10, or has a team ceased to exist today? Oh, I need to spectate. That would, yeah, that'd explain
Yeah,
that.
but not fully underway here. Did we have more teams to talk to or not? Did we get through everyone?
Yes.
TIR, Freddy Boys Racing. That is now, we're talking like the chorus days, Mr. Freddy Boy. Good old Freddy Boy. For TIR. See how they get on. But yeah, there's no automatic cut-off at the moment, but, well, there is. If you beat a 0.3, you're easy in. But for this, SRT will be watching very closely because they could be the first team to automatically qualify. Well, if a team beats a 0.3, they're automatically in as well. But after this lobby, we'll have a certified time that everyone needs to beat in lobby 3. PRT, HPR, they're probably out, if I'm being honest. Probably.
Condolences.
Yeah, I mean, it's not confirmed.
Sad day.
Which team is in each car? Oh.
Can somebody
I'll
put
do it
in
now
the
for you.
chat? I can do it
I'll
if
do
you
it.
want.
Yeah, do it. LFMJ are Ferraris. You've got IRT in the McLaren. You've got PMR in the Williams. IFE in the Red Bull. And TIR in the Mercedes. Rose is in the chat. Hello. Welcome in. FRL. They qualified, well, said qualified P2 in Lobby 1, FRL. So you've kind of missed your lobby now if you want to rewatch it. On catch up. Get it on catch up.
Ipsy iPlayer.
So, Twitch iPlayer. So we're waiting on one more driver. Do we know who it is?
Oh,
A
Cabana
Ferrari.
beat me to it. Deleting my message very quickly. There we go.
Why is Quick VB spectating? He's not an admin or manager. There'll be a reason. There'll be a reason, Rage. I'm not. We're just commentating today. There's enough admins in the chats to help. I think Killian. Is Killian helping, Brett?
Kieran's on the lobby stuff.
Myself, apologies. It's been a slow day. Killian is about as helpful as some out of date brown bread. Back to you in the studio.
What is it with the bread analogies? The turkey sandwiches, out of date brown bread. I like this. I do.
Oh, been added in Discord. Who is it? If it's JT, rerun or not? Oh God! Oh no!
What's happened?
We've got. Oh, what's going on here? We've
What
got an
have we got?
impede. Oh Jesus!
Apologies to cut in, but Mr. Kravitz is down in the pit lane. It's one of the Red Bulls getting impeded, and let me just have a look at the actual clip itself. Oh,
it's
it was
nasty.
it was a bit close for comfort. I can't lie, but his vision might have been impaired for the apex. I think we're gonna have to go to judges' houses on this one because I can't. It's a bit of a
I
sticky
think so. It's on the
situation.
racing line. We want a fair qualifying for everyone. My view would be yes.
Clear and obvious error. VAR. Old Trafford.
I think yeah. I think if he wants to get in the final lobby, just bang this lobby. If he wants to just jump in, I've got no problems with that. We want a fair qualifying for everyone.
It's impeding. It is impeding.
It is. It is.
Well,
as much as he doesn't
there's
lose
any
time,
doubt.
if he can get in this lobby, get him in. So you're gonna have to update your spreadsheet, Brent.
It's part of the job. So who actually was that got impeded? It was. It doesn't actually say on for fucking. Oh, it's Blitz. It's the guy that came P1 anyway. So.
I mean, Red Bull, what the team? They were SRT. They qualified first.
Yeah. You know, it's a bit strange.
No, I
Or
think it'll be
imagine
fine.
they get knocked out by like all for 9 teams, I guess. So better be safe than sorry, as my
I mean, you
my
will
ma
be able to
says.
sort of retrospectively look back, and if they do get knocked out, then there's a case. But
Technically, Jobbo, it's up to them. Yeah. Yeah. Hello, Nave. Welcome in, son. We've almost got as many spectators as races in this one. We are ready to go. We've got 10 people in. I know it's 1:30 now, so
for a minute
yeah,
late,
we're
it's
early.
disgusting.
Yeah, we were early, but now we're late.
We're into stoppage time here. The new laws. Have me a bit of 12 minutes added on.
Yeah, we're waiting on Blitz. Blitz is going to be allowed a rerun. I mean, this is going to be so funny if he doesn't get an 11.2. If he doesn't get a 0.2 here. Oh, it'd be... Right, hang on. I just need to make sure. Hang on.
Whilst Tom is doing stuff, I do have some live odds at Brett365. IFE are for favourites to qualify in this lobby at 11-4. We've got TIR in at 7-1. Freddie Boy to be the quickest in the lobby is at 16-1 at the moment, and that's a good bet personally. So if there's any, must say please gamble responsibly if you are aged 18 or over. But
If you're not
Boys,
18
Brett back.
or
Hang
over-
on, no. Hang on. I just need to clarify something. So this is a bit of admin work. I just want to clarify. So there's a guy Blitz who got pole position, right? He got impeded on his final lap. He still got a 0.2. We're allowing him a rerun, which is completely fair because he got impeded. If he's allowed a rerun though, surely his time in the first lobbies all gets scrapped and he just goes completely like fresh. No? Surely he's not allowed 36 minutes to set a time. Am I?
Well, it's
Am
like
I-
it's like on the game shows, isn't it? Like, oh, you can double, but you're also at risk at going home with nothing. I'd say that's the rule. I'm
Yeah,
seeing what the rules are
I'm
on that.
inclined to agree. It's
Okay,
a double
he's only
or
allowed
nothing.
one lap. Okay, he's only allowed one lap. That's fair. Okay, he's only allowed one lap. That's fair enough.
Fine.
Okay. That's fair. How are you, Tim? Haven't seen you since ARL days. Hello, Zoan. Nah, he should just get one attempt. He is, Jack. He is. I misread it. My fault. I blame me. Blame Tom. One lap. Yep, that's it. One lap at the end. He gets one lap at the end. He does. Yeah. Okie dokie. Right, lobby 2. Let's get underway. No, he's getting it at the end, BX, because that's when he got impeded. That's completely fair. I just leave the admin work to JT. I'll commentate. Right, Joseph. Let's get underway with lobby 2, mate. We know a few more drivers here.
Sort of. Here's me shivering because I don't know much. Well, Freddy Boy, yes. Everybody knows Freddy Boy. TDE Asa as well. I have heard of him, and I'm aware that he has some sort of management importance. So they'll be in the dressing room, motivating the lads, saying, "Come on, we can qualify."
So, who we got here? We've got Timilly, Krokey, Hugh, Mane, we've got Zeech, Bacon Soda. Now that is up there with my gamer tag, that. Freddy Boy, Reason, Asda, Clever, and Lucas.
Whoopie-doo.
Okie dokie.
Not hanging about, are they? Straight out.
They are not hanging about.
Bacon
first drive out on
soda.
track.
It's like an American meal that's leading us away at the moment. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Possibly dessert if that's what they're into. But go bacon.
I swear bacon can be a dessert in America. They have it like with all sorts, don't they? Like syrup and pancakes.
Can't you at like Five Guys get a bacon milkshake, or is that a myth? Is it
Fun
Five
fact,
Guys?
never had a Five Guys.
I've never had a
Correct,
Five Guys.
Yep.
Right, so we've got a Red Bull. Mr. Crokey. He's going to be the first driver to set a time here. Yeah, every meal is a dessert of some sort, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. We've got predictions. We'll get the predictions back on the screen actually later so you can see how well you did. There is an AEC FPL. No, I'm joking. Imagine that. Like you could have like an AEC Fantasy Premier League kind of thing where you chose like your 2 drivers each week.
If there's any app developers willing to make that happen, then
that'd be
please do contact the AEC business email. That's aecformula1@gmail.com. It's not. Please don't.
Right then, Crokey, the first driver to set us a hot lap here, and can he keep it valid through turn 1 to 2? The answer is yes, he can. So, after sector 1, what was the time set in sector 1? Was it a 0.5? I think it was around a 0.5 or 0.6. There you go, so Mr. Crokey. 0.6 for him, then you've got drivers in behind him. Mr. Clever also on his way. Reason is on his way as well. So Gumball with Clever, his teammate on a lap as well. And he goes 0.5, so Clever maybe the fastest out of the front 4 so far.
Yeah, indeed, and just rearing the field at the moment. It didn't actually show me Asa's sector time, but Humane out there as well. Crokey, what's his second sector split? 50.3. That is not bad at all from Crokey. 14 on his opening lap of the session as well. He's not going to hit any traffic because the Ferrari in front of him is now sped up, started his flying lap. Crokey then, what's he got in store for us? First flying lap of lobby 2. Plenty of speed carried through the final corner, and it's in 11.3, so a really good banker lap compared to what we've seen. And 11.0
oh my goodness me!
For the American meal. That is fantastic.
Are you main team? Clever to the line now. Where's Clever going to go? He goes to 0.4. Ooh, that body on Bacon Soda. Fair enough. Fair play there. And that is probably going to, well that has. they're already through. All they had to do was beat the P1 time set by SRT, and I believe IRT are already qualified.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, Brett Kravitz can
there you go.
report. Brett Kravitz can report live. They are currently averaging a 71.2895. That brings them into first place.
Well done.
So there you go. IRT are the first team to qualify for AEC Tier 2. Congratulations to them. Bacon Soda, so they could just retire, but obviously they want to try and take the fastest time to go. Mr. Lucas goes in 11.2. His teammate also on a lap. He's coming up to the line now as well. And where does he go? He goes 11.5. So they might be challenging as well for the 11.3 average. Cool, blimey, Lobby 2 is spicy.
It is. Very quick times at the moment. It was factually reported by Brett. So 71.2 beats the leading average time at the moment. That Swift Racing team on 71.328. So comfortably into P1 at the moment. Some pretty, I wouldn't want to say bad times. We saw a lot worse bankers in Lobby 1 than Asa and Reason at the moment. So even though they've got plenty of margin to improve, this could be a good lobby. But, you know, it's sort of quote-unquote seeded, isn't it? So it was expected that it was going to get better.
Yeah, technically it seeded to the point where we wanted to have the teams with arguably what we thought was the best chance to make it interesting for the viewers. And we just did it on teams that have been around a while. In the first lobby we had 4 debut teams. In this lobby we've got 3 debut teams. Those teams being PMR, IFE and LMFJ. And Bacon Soda has retired.
Sod this, he's going for dinner. I don't know.
He's
going for bacon.
To go and watch. Wow. The absolute ego of the kid.
I can't believe that. He's
I love
out
that,
there.
though. I do love that in a way. As much as they probably, you know, if it was me and I'd be like, right, try and qualify as high as you can. But they've qualified, so they don't need to. Clever's come back out again. But that is some lap, that. He didn't fancy getting IRT disqualified. That might be the reason. That genuinely might be the reason.
It might be.
Thank you, Brett. So, we've got drivers on laps here. Have we got anyone?
Timil is on a flying lap. The only driver on a flying lap at the moment, up through turn 1 and up through turn 2. We've seen some spins here onto the marbles where you don't want to be on turn 3. Pretty simple corner to navigate, but you've got to clean your tyres ahead of turn 4, as stupid as that sounds. Marbles do accumulate when you take that tight line. Really far out wide onto that curb there, almost clipping some of those sausage curbs on the exit of the corner. Rounding turn 5, the kink of 6. This is turn 7 now, and he'll get on the throttle nice and early for a pretty smooth run up the hill and into the flat out turn 9, capping there with about 160 miles per hour. Speed all the way up to turn number 10, 190 miles an hour before he hits the brakes and brings it around the long sweeping corner. Turn 12 now. I forgot that they've cut one out here, but it's been a pretty solid lap, in all honesty. Where it puts him, I'm not quite sure. There's still quite a bit of room for improvement. Yeah, he's got a lot of room for improvement. A 12.0, and averaging that out with his Williams teammate at Pulse Motorsport Racing will be about a 71.7 or something. So, yeah, by far the slowest at the moment.
Yep.
So we've got a request a fact. Sorry, Brett. We've got a fact here, and one of the facts is that we've got 3 debut teams in Lobby 2. TAR, they qualified P4 last season, and they finished in P9. IRT qualified in P6 last season, and they finished in P6. Over to you, Brett.
Yep, I was just backing up Joseph's claim there. They are last at the moment. PMR, that's the team we were just looking at. They have, and he was correct with his average. It's a 71.7695. So they're currently at the foot of the table, much like Tom. They're in for AEC Fantasy Football League, which you can join by in the link in for AEC server. Back to you in the studio.
Disgraceful. Clever to the line, and Clever goes P3, 11.2. They improved their
Same
average
lap.
even further now, and their average will now be in the .1s. Mr. Clever could come in the pits and retire. They are more than definitely qualified now, and to be honest, they might even be qualifying in the top echelon. You know, maybe P1, P2. We don't know if they'll qualify P1. You don't know what Lobby 3 has got in store for us, but yeah, Clever and Bacon Soda. Bacon Soda, that is his banker lap, by the way, guys. That is his banker lap. Yeah, VAR are checking that one.
possible offside. Well, I wouldn't say offside, is it? It's more handball on the goal line, denial of the goal scoring opportunity for another team. Potentially. I'm not throwing around false claims here. I'm just repeating what the chat might be saying. Reason, this is a pretty useless lap, I'm afraid to say. Zeech is half a tenth up in the first sector. Again, we'll need perhaps a little bit more than that just to confirm their safety, but his teammate's lap time, Lucas, is fairly adequate at the moment. Their average will be around the low 0.4s, I should say, 71.4. So now 2 tenths up is Zeech. Take a couple of tenths off Zeech's lap time at the moment, and yes, their lap time will be a really good one to try and qualify here. Zeech racing for LMFJ. Not that I could find too much about them, but they have certainly qualified before, and they will certainly look to qualify again. Zeech crosses the line, it does improve, lost a little bit of time, about half a tenth in the final sector, but they've improved their average.
Well, after this lobby, the top 4 from Lobby 1 and Lobby 2 will be automatically qualified. And LMFJ are looking very good so far, with their average well ahead of FRL, who set a 0.4. So you've also got another team there, with Tim Illy. If he can pull something out the bag, he can also join the front 4. But at the moment, Bacon Soda, who retired, no one's even getting close to his time. But so far, with 7 minutes to go, the teams that are in the top 4, going by the spreadsheet, that is IRT, who have automatically qualified with a stelling time, LMFJ, and then you've got the other 2 from the previous 2 lobbies of SRT and FRL. But that could all change. We've got 6 minutes to go now, probably 2 more runs each if they can get round in time. Oh my goodness me.
Yeah, this is certainly the quickest we've seen so far. Croaky on a push lap at the moment. It's not been too bad. I didn't quite catch the first sector split, but like we've seen so often, sector 2 is where the time is really won or lost. Has he won any time? He's won 1.5 tenths. So this could put him up potentially to P3 on the timing sheets at the moment. A little bit more time and he'll be after P2. Needs a 2/10 improvement to achieve that. Can he find any more time in the final corner? And that's a very good final corner, I do have to say. Barely scrubbed off much speed there at all, and he does go second, finding another 10th. And he's getting close to that Bacon Soda ego retire.
So another driver up in his time, that is Mr. TD Asda, and Asda for TIR. Freddie also P6, he is down this time after sector 1, but back on board with Asda here. TIR, they're going to be challenging near the top here as well if they can put in 2 good times with Freddie and Asda to the line goes P4 11.2. So back on board with Freddie, he's down this time after sector 1. If he can match Asda's time, that'll be knocking FRL down another position, and they are going to be in the danger zone going into lobby 3. So Freddie boy is down this time ever so slightly. He's also matching it going through sector 2. Into sector 3 he goes now. Drivers now coming out the pits and starting their final lap very shortly indeed. 5 minutes to go. Mr. Freddie boy for TIR, the AEM wonder kid of himself. Freddie round the final corner, absolutely nails it. DRS wide open, Freddie to the line, goes P4, and that will knock FRL down another position. It knocks SRT down another position, and the average now for TIR is an 11.2, and they're going to be in the auto qualifying spot as it stands.
Yeah, they are indeed. Remember, they're trying to beat Swift Racing Team's average was 71.32. They've achieved just that with a big shift there at the end by both of their drivers. That wasn't a Just Essentials range, that was the premium range over in the butchery counter at Asda. Anyway, what else have we got going on out there? Reason B, I think this is another prep lap. It might have been a double out lap actually, so or maybe a just butchered first one, speaking of butchers. Humane, is he on a lap at the moment? About half a tenth down. Clever is still going there as well. Looks to get near his teammate. Looks to consolidate this position for IRT. Just one more corner to go. Slightly wide, actually, of that first apex. What's Clever got for us? DRS open then. Up to the line. Very short distance. And he improves by just less than a tenth. Knocking IRT's average down a little bit further.
Yeah, they're well out clear now with their average. IRT Clever still going out the more laps, and it makes you wonder what Bacon Soda could have done there. If people are improving now, could he have been 10.7s, 10.8s. I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, no one else on a hot lap now. Looks like Reason has invalidated, and he has. So 3.5 minutes to go of lobby 2. And let's just have a quick update on everyone's time so far. Give it a quick refresh on the old spreadsheet. And with 3 minutes to go, IRT are leading the way, and they have also qualified teams in behind them. It's the ones in the lobby. It is the teams in the lobby. You've got TIR in there as well, LMFJ, and then it's SRT. But this is going to get very close now. If someone like Timili or Reason can put in 2 good laps here, that is going to put them in absolutely prime position. And lobby 3 is going to get spicy.
It will get spicy. Mild, maybe, is what we've got at the moment.
Hot sauce.
Hot sauce. Hot sauce. Question of the day: what's everyone's favourite hot sauce? No, we won't go down there. I'm not really a hot sauce consumer, so I don't know my way around.
There's no one on the lap. We can talk about hot sauce at Nando's. I think the hot at Nando's. It's Bunga on Raiden. Thank you very much, lads. You are just in time for your lobby, actually.
They are
10 minutes or so. Yeah, hot sauce is manageable, but it's borderline. It is borderline. Okay then, so final runs are underway, Joseph. Let's get it underway, son.
There we go, then Zeech is the first man on his lap, braking just before the 50-metre board, flicking it into turn 1, plenty of inside curve at turn 2. We've seen McLarens around in lobby 1, plenty of inside curve actually for turn 3, then you're greeted by the sticky stuff, the marbles, if you were wondering what I was on about, half a tenth up. Following the first sector, claiming purple, so it can't be half bad, maybe not purple in the grand scheme of things, but we'll still be taking that into sector 2 and knowing that there is still more time in his lap. He's backed out, for God's sake.
He's backed out of his lap. Oh dear.
Must have been the sticky stuff.
So Brett, just to confirm with the old spreadsheet, is the one in green, is that going to be the time to beat in lobby 3 or not?
Yes, it is. You are
Perfect.
correct there. Back to you, Mr. Tutor.
Thank you very much. Okie dokie. So, final runs are underway, loads of outlaps underway as well. Asda is round turn 1, turn 2. He's currently sat in P6. Their average looking very good so far, but this is all going to change. Or is it? Is this how it finishes? Bacon Soda's time of an 11.0 was his banker time. And no one's even come close to it. No one has even got into the zeros yet. Croaky's done his best. Clever's now on another lap. Croaky just started his lap. We're back on board with Asda as he goes through sector 1 and he's down in his time. Entering sector 2, going to be finishing sector 2 very shortly. DRS open for him. And after sector 2, is he up on his time? Comes to it now, and he is ever so slightly up on his time. Will go ahead of his teammate. Will take a little bit off the average. Do they need a little bit more then?
We'll see, but, so it's a fairly low-pressure lap in this situation. They know they've done enough for the time being, so it's just about how much they can improve by. Round to the final corner comes Mr. Asda, and it's a really good lap. That's straight into the clothing section, because we can hang that up and frame it. TD Asda there with a 1:11.1 brings their average down even more. Lucas is next across the line in his Ferrari. He's found 600ths. Has found even more. It's the new quickest lap of the session. Bacon Soda, how's that ego retire looking, my friends? Because you are not finishing this lobby at the top. Croaky, can he beat Lucas's lap time? Red Bull's DRS open. We know how powerful it is, and it was too powerful, almost dipping into the 10s.
Well, this is it now. It comes down to Reason. His teammates just gone pole position. Can Reason get on Reason with him? And no, he cannot. And that might hamper his team of IFE. Croaky goes pole. Reason is going to be at the back of the grid. Timili cannot improve in this time. That might hamper their time as well. Freddy Boy is down in his time. Clever, his teammate was on pole position, but he retired early after his bank lap. Clever, round the final corner now. You've got Asda down this time. Clever also down, invalidates his time, and that is the end of his session.
And that might draw this session to a close as Freddie spins in style across the line. He didn't actually spin. And then obviously Azza on an in-lap as well. The numbers being plugged into the Brett Norman spreadsheet. Have you got any news for us?
I do have news for you,
Let me
gentlemen.
let me screenshot it before you talk, and then you can talk as soon as it's screenshot. Okay. Right. Is it updated?
It has updated.
He was too quick last time. I was trying to screenshot, and he was talking. I was like, no. Right. Are we updated? Are we ready?
Yep, we're all scores on the doors.
Well, let's do it.
Right,
let's do
ladies
it.
and gentlemen, my name's Brett.
Can you move your Can you move your thing of PRT for a minute?
Apologies.
Thank you.
Can you move yours on LMFJ, because it's really annoying me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay,
Right.
one sec. We're
So-
just having some technicals.
Yep, it's alright. Do you want me to play like some interlude music?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Right. Do.
While we do that, Joseph, can we give us a rundown of Lobby 2 when it comes up?
Lobby 2 or Lobby 3?
No, the rundown of classification through Lobby 2.
Classification. Sorry. Croaky is
You will be.
quickest then, with a 111.011. Lucas in P2, and 111.060. And Bacon Soda, his banker, was more than good enough. P3, he is in this one. As of then in P4, there's a McLaren of Kleber separating him from his teammate Freddie Boy. And then it's Humane. Ollers each, 2 American drivers there, and then Timil and IFE Reason then. The grid separated by 5/10. We're not actually going to a grid, but, you know, we're just going to add that dramatic effect. This is a qualifier after all. Have we finished with the intermediate music?
Yeah, we are.
Are we?
We are. So I'm going to now upload it now, and Brett, give us a rundown. And what everyone wants to know is, what time do people need to beat?
Alright, good evening everyone. My name is Brett Kravitz, as I've already mentioned. Nice to be with you this evening. Scores on the doors at the moment. We've got IRT for team to beat with a 71.136, a very speedy lap time from Mr. Bacon Solder. In P2, we've got the Turtle Impact Racing boys, headed by Beer and Kebab TV. Freddie Boy in there for second quickest driver for 2. We have a 71.246, but the combined average is 71.211. The team in last place at the moment, and the team that's definitely out of the tournament, is PRT with their 71.52. It's unfortunate for them. IFE at the moment, I'd say IFE are the team to beat for everyone in the final lobby. They're currently P4 with a 71.268. And
All right, it's not updated. I'm going to cry. Well, sorry, Brett. One sec, lads.
it's-
I'll update it now. Carry on, Brett. Carry on.
I'll go through all the statistics on my sheet. So LMFG, they're third with a 71.224. SRT are in fifth with a 71.328 average. PMR with a 71.345. And we'll just go back to SRT at the end because obviously they do have the asterisk next to their name with impeding earlier on. FRL with a 71.4125, HPR with a 71.4315, and as I mentioned, PRT for team with the wooden spoon with a 71.52. Back to you in the studio.
Right, there we go, lads. It should be updated now. Is it updated now? Please tell me it's updated now.
Looks fine to me.
Sorry, guys. It looks good. Is that it? Hello, confirmation? I was copying it and it wasn't. Anyway. Right, I need to change the screen over a second as well while we're here. God, it's all go. It's all go.
If anybody wants a football update, it's 1-0 Barnsley against Peterborough. If there's any Peterborough or Barnsley fans in the chat.
Do
So
they
I'm just going
exist?
to confirm basically what Brett said. The top 4 automatically qualified. They are there for all for you to see. Kind of a bit of a shocker, really. I'm not going to lie. I'm a bit shocked.
I don't know whether to be shocked.
Well, we got 3 debut teams.
Oh, yeah.
Through. You know, LMFJ, IFE, SRT. They are 3. You know, this is good. The time to beat, though, yeah, as Brett said, it's a 0.5.
0.5?
You'd expect every team to do this in here, to be honest.
I think so. In lobby
But
3.
But that is going to quickly come down. It's going to be a 0.5, and then, you know, FRL, HPR, PRT, PMR, they are all in. They're all in a bit of danger.
Is this a name we can say on stream? I'm not saying get rid of the spreadsheet, but the Scottish guy in the Ferrari. But
The Scottish.
should we just
Hang
stick
on,
with
have I
Mario?
read- Yeah, it is a 0.5 to beat. It is. I'm confusing myself. It's not a 0.5 average, surely, Tom. It is.
No, it's a 0.2 average they need to be. 0.5 is for team that's lowest. I think you've had a bit of a blunder, Tim.
Have I?
Yeah, IFE for team to beat, they're in 4th with a 268.
I'm so confused. You know what I have? I have had a blunder. I have. That's why. No. To be fair, I haven't in a way because I asked you the team in green. Was that the team to beat? Did I not, or did I ask you that? I did. Thank you. Okay. So no, we're wrong, lads. Well, you know what? I hold my hands up. Brett's gonna hold his hands up as well. Aren't you, Brett?
My hands are tied right now.
Okay, so his hands are up because I did ask the question of. So no, ignore me. Point. Do you know what? I held my hands up. And I say that I'm sorry.
I apologise.
Don't shoot me. Okay, yeah. So the time to beat. I've read the spreadsheet wrong. But you know, I'm so confused.
Don't be confused.
It is a 0.2 to beat. IFE the team to beat, or is it SRT? It's IFE, isn't it? It's IFE. Eh? It's SRT. It's SRT to beat, yeah? 0.3, yeah? Correct?
Yeah.
Correct.
You're
Thank
correct.
you. Right. Oh my God. I just need to stick to commentate and leave everyone else. Flipping it. Right.
Just get us to the normal
Honestly,
season.
I'm doing commentating, I'm doing maths as well. There's 11 people in the lobby. Why is there 11 people? Yeah, because Blitz is on his final run.
Would
Right.
anybody like some live odds?
Who was Blitz racing for?
SRT. Who are
Yes.
5th, who are for team to beat.
No. HPR.
Don't fuck off saying HPR. Don't confuse me even more.
No, wait, was he? Oh, shit, he
so.
was. Fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he highlighted the wrong
was.
time. Oh, major apologies to everyone. I've majorly bum-fucked this up. Let Caesar be
my
on
God.
spreadsheet duty for the
My
upcoming
brain's
races.
confused, man. Right. Okay, so the time to beat is a 0.268, correct? Confirm. Yes, Brett,
Yes.
confirm.
Yep, correct.
Thank you. Joseph, yes.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Thank you. Right. Time to beat IFE in danger. Right. Fuck me. Let's go, lads. Let's go. Time to beat. Flipping. Right. We're ready to go. We're ready to go. It's 1 minute past. I'm just not going to do maths next time. It really confused me, that. So teams out are CR... Wait, no. No, I'm not even going to say that because they're not out because... There's no teams confirmed out, right?
No,
There isn't.
there are. Well, no,
Is there?
actually, because if
There isn't,
everybody,
is
if
there?
everyone just set 72 zeros in this last lobby, everyone is through.
Okay, so PRT, FRL, HPR, PMR are all in the danger zone. Correct?
Correct. Sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't realise this was a back and forth thing.
Or is it?
Relegation is imminent.
A feeling you know all too well as a Leicester
thank you,
City
Brett.
supporter. Sorry. Still cuts deep.
No, it doesn't. We're 1 and 2, Brett. Come on, bit of positivity.
Yeah, I love this. I don't draw every game like Liverpool. It's quite nice.
Brett, can you just confirm? Because I think we've made another mistake on the qualifiers.
No, bloody hell.
What have we
I
done?
believe
now?
it's SRT, the team to beat. 5 teams.
Yes.
SRT are currently sat in P5.
Yes, they are.
So it's SRT.
Yeah. So, I thought we established that a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah, IFE are through. And
Yeah.
yes, JT, we're working this out, mate. I'm getting stressed. There's too many numbers
Don't
here.
stress,
I've not
deep
even
breaths.
taken it off the screen yet.
Yeah.
My head's gone. I just need to have a lie down after this. Right, lobby for 8.
Stick Corey on.
We've not got time to go through them all, but you know them all anyway. Right. Hide that. Happy days. Lobby for is here. Right. So your time to beat is a 0.3 SRT. I'll put it in the chat. SRT 0.328. It is. God, this is stressful. I'm doing too much. My brain cannot compute with all the things I'm doing. I've got Lightstream on. I've got Brett in my ear. I've got spreadsheets. I've got Joseph here. Hi, Joseph.
Hello.
Talk for a minute. I need a break.
No, I'm more than happy to talk. Ladies and gentlemen, first out on track in Lobby 3 is Neon Lolpole, who is, according to my deep inside knowledge, a Bunga Racing Team driver. And everybody knows Bunga Racing Team. Everybody knows just how integrated they are with the community, whether that be their absolutely cooking no assists team. At the moment, BBC 1, BBC 2, BBC 3, BBS, BBC 4, BBC Radio, whatever it is, they have it. Bunga Racing team. And I've set Jim off with some emojis. So spam all the emojis you like. But if there's too much, I'll have to time you up. BBC iPlayer, yes. BBC Sport. Radio 5 Live.
The shipping forecast. That's a BBC
Brett,
radio.
can I ask a question? If a team beats the average of the 0.328,
Yep.
can you tell me that they have automatically qualified and the team that has been knocked out?
Of course I
As
can,
we go.
Sunshine.
Brett Kravitz.
Thank you.
It's on
Yeah,
the case.
I am. I'm your humble local Brett Kravitz.
Wouldn't say
Brett
local.
Kravitz, when was it established, Joseph? See how well your knowledge is. When was Brett Kravitz established?
Brett Kravitz.
Yes.
There's an establishment to this? Was it?
Oh yeah, it was
Ooh.
formed. Me, Dan and Brett, we were doing assist twos, I believe. Was it assist twos?
It was the Assist 2's finale at Belgium back in F1 2021.
There you go.
Brilliant.
Well, Neon Lollipops has set a 21.4, and I believe that's the quickest Sector 1 time to date. Kiwi was in the chat. He said if his team don't do a 0.9, he will be disappointed. And a 0.9 will beat the time set at the top of Lobby 2 by a full tenth of a second. So Lollipops here is on for a decent time, Joseph.
Yeah, he is indeed. I've not got the lap data up. 50.1 of middle sector split. That is very good indeed by Neon Lolpole. And I'm laughing out loud to absolutely nothing. I'm seriously anticipating this lap and what it might be, what it might promise for BRT, who we know are very capable. And he crosses line, and it's an 11.0 banker again. Will he ego retire? We'll see. But his teammate is coming around the final corner now as well. I think following a Mercedes, but that was on an outlap, so it's Shaq across the line, and he's the first driver tonight into the 110.9. So congratulations to Bunga Racing Team, you qualified for AEC Tier 2. It's that
insane.
simple.
Yeah.
So we've got a team qualified. That is Bunga, who
Who's
has
that?
been knocked out.
That
Well,
is
nobody-
that's SRT that have been officially knocked out.
Oh, I think they'll read my predictions as well. Oh well.
That's a shame.
We've got someone round. Did we have someone round? No, we didn't. Right, more drivers come in. You got Tonio Wright and Magic. I believe that's another team in.
The numbers are going all too quickly for me.
I think it is.
FG.
71.045 for the other FG man. Yep, that's a 71.1785. Moves them into P3 at the moment. So IFE, goodbye to you, I believe.
So who is in the danger zone now?
At the moment, it's LMFJ that are the team in the drop zone.
So the three teams now that are in the drop zone are SRT, FRL, and LMFJ. Correct?
Correct.
Correct. So here we go then. Fade up to the line. And there goes Fade in P2. 11th flat for him as well. Is their average beating the 11.3? I think it is.
That's too many fucking numbers.
I think so.
But
I
who's
think
even
so.
Typing away.
But Mercedes? That's ART.
ART.
71.029 and 71.53. That's a 2.7. No, they're just behind. They're just behind IFE at the moment, so they're not fully through yet.
Okay then. So we've got three possible teams to qualify here, and that is CRE, which is the reformed GSR. The other one being, who else is it? We've still got a driver for, is it HPR?
HPR, yes.
Oh, he's come out now.
Blitz. Oh, he's going for it already.
Oh.
So there's only
We told him at the end.
he wants to
These
do
are
it now.
assist
I mean,
drivers, Tom.
We did tell him at the end. We did say.
unless he's just doing out laps. But
He gets one invalid lap. I'll leave it to JT to sort that. I'll leave it to JT to sort. Anyone else on a lap here? No, is the answer.
no.
Do you want me to give you some live scores on the doors, gentlemen?
Go for it, yes.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Let me just double check everything is okay and all set to go. Right, so Bunga Racing Team are currently in first place with their 71.034 average. In P2 is IRT with a 71.136. P3 is FGE with a 71.1785. Then we have TAR, LMFJ, IFE, and where are they? AERT at the moment. Back to you in the studio.
Yeah, we do know that, Kieran. We have IRT, TAR, LFJ and IFE already through, and then there's the other two teams that are following them. As Brett just said, that is BRT and FG. ART are very close, and it's down to ETE and CRE if they can join them as well. We've got Blitz on a lap to see if he can get HMPR. Where does he need to get himself? What does he need really to qualify here?
Is that for Brett?
Yeah, it's just, I don't know whether to
A
answer
quick
that.
lap.
Yeah, just a lap in general. A valid one helps every now and then, I guess.
Yes, he's meant to be
He's
invalid.
getting practice in here.
He's meant to be invalid, Ryan. Just we'll put that there before this lap.
Yeah, he's getting practice in. I was sceptical about this myself. We did tell him to go at the end. We did say just go at the end and just do it, but he's gone out with 10 minutes to go, and I don't know if he's just putting loads of fuel in and just.
Is it a psychological motive having the delta up? Obviously he's getting the delta now from an invalid lap. I don't know if that. I suppose that does make a difference when you're doing your flying lap. So I can see why that is a thing. I don't know the exact reason for it.
Will BRT qualify in P1? Did you say?
Yes.
At the moment?
Yep, they are P1 already.
I don't believe they ever have qualified in first. Last season, they qualified in second and they finished in second. And BRT will now join SLR in being the only team to qualify in every single season of AEC. FG nearly did. They didn't qualify in season 2. I think it interrupted their league or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. I'm sure Baldy knows. Check us, mate. One of these of the season. Can't part there, sir.
Can't part there, sir.
God, I've missed this.
So, then we've got Mr. Quick. He said, what is going on? Basically, a team needs to beat an 11.3. BRT have done that. FG have done that as well. And we're waiting on ETE and CRE. And if they can do it, and AERT as well. It's all very close.
Yeah, Tom, I'm going to have to retract on some of my earlier statements. ART are on a .2795, so they are
They're in.
yeah.
And who have they knocked out?
So it's all very confusing to me at the moment because all the numbers are in for wrong places because it hasn't been like updated from top to bottom. But obviously SRT get moved down. I think it's at the moment HPR are definitely out. But they're just waiting on Mr. Blitz, so it's a tricky situation. But yeah, that Mercedes lap time of Mr. Squid Game puts AERT in a very good position. I can't lie.
Okie dokie. As soon as you know the term to beat, and then we can get like very into it, come to the end and see what team needs to do. Because ETA, I don't think their average right now is anywhere near what they need to qualify.
Nope. ET's current average is a 6.855.
Oh, you might need to update that.
I do, yeah, I do. Yeah, update that. Yeah. I didn't realise that for Miz had gone quicker, so his lap time I haven't really updated yet. They are now on a 0.4835, so they're still. Do I use the term
Ooh.
shit?
Hello.
The people on laps, Joseph.
It's a Tony O'Wright masterclass out in front, and if they just wanted to secure their qualification a bit more, I think somebody rightly said car selection, sorry, is so important because everyone hates the Alpine. Nobody wants the Alpine. Whoever qualifies last is getting the Alpine from my discussions with team managers over the last couple of months. So enjoy the Alpine, as I said. And that's probably why I don't think we've seen it once tonight.
Yeah, so I believe they have now toppled Bunga, FG. With
I
that.
can confirm. They are the first team into the 70s for that average.
Whee!
And there you go. So, FGE, who failed to qualify for Tier 1 last season, by the skin of the teeth, it was Stabby Boy who missed out right at the end there. Interesting to see. Let's see how it unfolds. So we're waiting on 2 more teams to auto-qualify. Is that correct? Are we still waiting on ART? They're in now, aren't they? ART.
Yeah, ART are firmly in there with a.
So we're waiting on ETE and CRE. If you want to keep an eye on them, that is the Aston Martin, and I believe it is the Ferrari as well. And the 2 teams that they could knock out are. Go on, Brett.
SRT and PMR. Back to you in the studio.
PMR. We have got a driver from HMPR running as well. So FRL are out, yeah?
Yes. FRL and PRT, it's goodbye.
They were very confident they'd qualify as well. He told me, I forgot his name. He was like, I need to tell my guys to back off now. I was like, and they're not even qualified. Calm as a bitch. Right then, drivers on laps. We need to keep an eye on ETE and CRE, Joseph. Are any of them on laps, mate?
Not yet. Soviet Union. Sorry, Mario is going for it here. He's just opened his DRS to start his lap. Mesonator, plenty of tyre warming for him. Marco follows the first Ferrari, and obviously, sorry, I'm looking at my sheet again. Atom. Yeah,
but that's going to confuse you because it's an FGE game attack, but he is actually he's not a racing for FGE.
That's what I was doing. FGE, Atom, not of FGE. We'll just say that again. Is a 10th up. Here comes Atom then. What's he got for us? For Claret Racing Esports. No, it's not West Ham United. No, it's not Burnley. No, it's not Aston Villa. It's Claret Racing Esports. And can Claret Racing Esports, the reformed GSR, get in comfortably to AEC Tier 2, and there's been some improvement on this lap, and it's an 11.2 dead on for FGE Atom. It's down to his teammate though, who in the middle sector, as he cuts the timing beam now, has lost time.
He has lost time. Shakos can't pass it. And Fade has retired as well. They know they've done enough, so we're keeping an eye here on the Aston Martins, and Mr. Soviet comes in after being up on his time.
Still got time to go again.
Mesonator was down this time after Sector 1, but we really need to keep an eye on these 2 teams as well. Blitz is going to be coming out for his final run. How far off are HMPR, Brett?
Well, at the moment, HPR and CRE have the exact same time. They have a 71.3825, which is, well, quite simply astonishing given the averages, but with Mr. Blitz, he's going to have to pull out an absolute corker of a lap. He's going to have to put it into the 11 zeros or potentially even a 10-9. So all the pressure is on him. I wouldn't want to be sat in that cockpit of a McLaren right now.
Well, he's coming out. He is on his way out here. So we've got 3 teams battling for 2, well, technically 5 teams battling for 2 positions here. We've got 2 teams that have already ran. That is, off my head, I can't remember. Brett can remember though. The 2 teams that are already there.
The 2 teams that
in
are
the danger zone.
The 2 teams that are in the danger zone at the moment are SRT and PM.
And then we have got CRE, ETE. ETE, who they will probably say themselves, they didn't have the best season last season. They automatically qualified for winning it, but they finished in P7 last season. And they will not be happy with that. And the way qualifying's going at the moment, obviously, they're leaving it late here. There's going to be a lot of pressure on their drivers, indeed. A lot, indeed. And Soviet and Mezzanator, they've got all the pressure, and Mezzanator definitely needs to find 2/10. Soviet's going to find probably 2/10 himself here. The pressure is on ETU. Surely they're going to qualify, Joseph.
Surely they're going to qualify. Obviously, they've had a bit of restructuring in the recent weeks and months as well. Tier 2 standings last season, ETE only 7th, so they weren't on the best of terms, and certainly not in the best of form. But now it's that all-important time to just make sure they qualify and start hopefully rebuilding, because they've been a great team for the time, formerly a good powerhouse on
Oh my God.
Assist game. Wow. Neon Lolpole has yeah, that's all right. That's a good laugh, isn't it? That's decent.
I'd just like to say that BRT are comfortably through at the moment. that I can confirm.
Cheers, Brett.
Really?
Thank you for that.
Oh,
That is probably going to beat most main. Is a 0.7 going to be toppling most main teams? I don't know.
I think so, personally. I think we've got another Jack Max
What's
situation.
the HPR guy? I will. And that HPR guy is Blitz. And Blitz, this is his only run he's going to have. There's a minute to go with the session. We need to be watching the Ferraris and the Astons as well, as Mr. Soviet is starting a lap as well. But we're going to go on board Mr. Blitz. So Blitz through sector 1 he goes. He needs probably a 0.0 if he's to get anywhere. And it's a 21.4 through sector 1 he goes. And this is Blitz. He got impeded in his last lap. The Red Bull facing the wrong way. Can't pardon it. And Blitz now, he's currently sat at the bottom of the grid. He did have a 0.2 in the bank, and this is his final run now for HMPR. He needs to pull something out of the fire. Absolutely at the death here. Halfway through his lap now, flat round here. DRS wide open for him. Entrance sector 3. Is this going to be enough, Joseph?
let's see then. Middle sector split 50.0. Not too bad. We've seen. Oh no! And it's game over. Sorry. That's...
Can't pardon it. That's the end of them. That's the end of them. He got another run and he bowled it, if I'm being honest with you. You know, I'm not going to try to sugarcoat it or anything, but drivers on laps here. Marco is down in his time here. Surely they're going to qualify, but maybe they're not. CRE, Collaborate Racing's here. Are they Burnley fans? I don't know. He's invalidated! He's invalidated, and that could be the end of it. Unless Atom pulls something and Atom spun. You can't part this, sir! You can't part this. So ECE, down to ECE. But Mr. Soviet Union, here we go then. On his way to stick the one. Are ECE going to qualify?
Well, let's see then. First up, Mezzanator, 7 thousandths down in the middle in the first sector. There's all the time. I thought he'd already crossed the timing line. No, he hadn't. There's the 2/10 he needs for Mezzanator at the moment. 2 more corners to go. We've seen the clumsy invalidation on the exit of the final corner that really shouldn't have happened. But Mezzanator stays within the white lines and goes up to the line now. That is big.
That's it.
A 1:11.1. Are they in?
That's done it. I believe they're in. I believe EC. I've just knocked them out. Can we get confirmation, Brett?
They've got a 71.314. SRT a 71.328. So for the Euro Titans, I think it's good for them.
They've done it. They've done it. Yes.
Well, that was fun.
Can we get confirmed? Hello, Brett.
Mate, I'm trying to crunch the fucking numbers here, lads. I'm having an aneurysm.
You volunteered to do the spreadsheets.
I wish I just left it to JT. I can't lie. 12-6-1. Look,
ETE, I'm going to say they're through. If they're not through, then, you know, I'm sorry.
Right. I've got to crunch the numbers here, and this is what I've got. I don't know if these are all correct, but this is what I'm giving you off the timing sheets. Bunga Racing Team, False Group Esports, All Elite Racing Team, Invictus Racing Team, Total Impact Racing, whatever the fuck LMFJ means, IFE, ETE, and SRT are through. CRE didn't make it through, therefore SRT are into Tier 2.
I'm going to say that ETE at the death saved it there with a lap that Mr. Mezzanator Fair play, mate. Fair play, because he's pulled it out the absolute fire day. I am going to put it on screen, the spreadsheet, when it uploads for me. Fair play. I need new trousers, Mr. Killian says. So let me update it now, and then you will have the classifications as followed. Joseph, have we got any words for that?
Words. Yes, I do have words, and that is fair play to ETE, because that was tense at the end, but Soviet getting the lap in. I quite enjoyed that, and of course, commiserations to the teams that missed out, including FRL, PRT, HPR, of course, who had the opportunity, but unfortunately they squandered it. And the one other team that missed out was PMR, wasn't it? So
Yeah, PMR.
yeah, qualifying
Right
done.
at the end there. So there you go, lads. There's the classification. BOT qualifying P1. Is that a sign of how the season is going to go for them? FG in P2, ART in P3. Then you've got IRT, TAR, LMFJ on their AEC debut, IFE on their AEC debut, ETE scraping through there ever so slightly, and then SRT also on the debut. So we're going to have 3 debutant teams in season 6 of Tier 2. Wowee.
Yeah,
Let me change the screen over as we conclude qualifiers. Was that what it lived up to, Joseph? What do you reckon?
I just wanted to mention FGE as well, because their Tier 2 last season wasn't particularly great, but obviously they are back in Tier S as well. So the only way is up for FGE, and that qualifying performance gives them a lot to live up to, I reckon. So well played to them as well. There's plenty of other stories in there, but that was one of the standouts.
So we go again on Thursday. Thursday will be Tier 1. I'm not sure if Brett will be doing spreadsheet. He might still be trying to calculate the Tier 2 stands.
Look, I think my numbers are correct, but honestly, but Thursday, if anybody's good with spreadsheets and wants to have an aneurysm for about 2.5 hours, if the opportunity's open, I'm sure JT will pay you like 10 an hour. Might be like 10 rupees an hour, but I'm not sure what the conversion rate of that is. So if anybody loves a spreadsheet, they can do it.
So we say goodbye to PRT, FRL, who said they'd qualify, CRE, HPR and PMR, all 5 teams. Try again next season. Next season will begin in the new year sometime. But yeah, that is the end of Tier 2 qualifiers. Congratulations to Bunga, who qualify in P1. I think most teams predicted that. Should we get a quick predictions back up on screen? See how we all did?
No, we all did rubbish.
Yes.
I think we all predicted CRE to get in, and just look how that ended up.
Well, there you go.
There you go. So how many did we get right? So we'll go with the viewers first. So the viewers, they got Bunga right, yes. They got ART correct. CRE, no, so that's wrong. IFE, yes, so it's 4, 5, 6, 7. The viewers got 7 out of 9. That's not bad, That's not bad. How many did I get? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I also got 7.
Oh, you got 8, did you? You got 8, did you not?
No, I got SRT. Did SRT get?
Yeah, SRT were 9.
SRT, yeah.
Oh, go ahead. I got 8. Here we go.
I got
Joseph
BRT, ART, IFE, FGE, ETE, IRT. Oh dear.
Yeah.
I got 6.
6.
Oh,
How
7.
many did JT
7
get?
for myself.
JT got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hang on. Oh, he said FRL. I think he got 7.
He did get 7.
7. And then you've got Brett as well. He's got
7.
6. 7 as well. Shush copied you, so he's got 7. Killian. I think Killian's matching me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for Killian. Baldy also got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, me and Killian, the matching 8 out of 9. You know what? I'll take that. Right, lads. Tier 1 votes. We will be doing that very soon. Yeah, stay tuned Thursday for that. Thank you, Joseph, for putting up with Tier 2 qualifiers. I hope you enjoy it.
I did enjoy that. Tier 1 might be a bit more chaotic. More teams, more lobbies, more numbers.
Oh yeah, 5 of them. 5 lobbies,
Yeah.
mate. We've got 5.
More numbers, which can never be a good thing. Yeah, hopefully more viewers for Tier 1 as well, considering the amount of teams that have enrolled to participate. A few more that I've never heard of, so I will be conducting my research.
Beautiful. Rightio, lads. We will catch you on Thursday. 7:45, we'll go live. Bit of an intro and all that. Yeah, stay tuned. Right, adios. Oh yeah, cheers, Brett, for tuning in as well. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, cheers to a subscription as well.
Thanks.